All right, welcome back to day 7 of the Advent calendar. I noticed something was missing yesterday, so I got to put the bling back on. Yeah, I gotta say I was a little disappointed to open up after the nice Isla. Looking forward to today, and I open it up and pull it out, and it says Breath of Speyside, aged 11 years. Like, okay. Here we go. Back to the pretty friendly section of the store. This is a Delphi selection, which is another independent bottling company. If you research all these independent bottling companies, every one of them, it's like researching distillery websites. Distillery websites say things like, passionate about the craft and the art and makers, and we believe in grain to glass, and we are sourcing and spending decades developing the art of, and there's blending companies that say the same things. Oh, we're a 100-year-old blending with a nose for excellence, and we select hand-selected casks that meet our approval. It's like, man, I'd love to see somebody say something different. It's just, it seems like every industry just has that sort of general, if you want to be this business, then here's the template for how to talk about being important, is to talk about how you're serious about everything. Just tell me something a little bit different than that. Like how? Like why do you care? And how do you do it? Do you go in there? Do they oversee it? Do you call them and say, get me a good one? Do you walk in and they give you a glass and you just roam through there trying everything going, I found one? That'd be a much more interesting story. I have no idea what this is. It's a blended malt, so it's going to be a mix of things. It was distilled in 2006. It's a sherry cask Speyside, which is just, take your pick. I could compare this to like 20 other bottles over here. It's way more sherry than it is butterscotch. This is almost reminding me of either Glendronach or Ben Riach. There's a little phenol note in there, so I'm getting all the typical. I'm looking over here because that's where my Speysides are. There's a little bit of a. So at first you just get the typical slight sweetened, buttery but sherry, plum fruit notes, right? But then, if you live in it long enough, it starts to lift out with this more chemical kind of hint, this rounded chemical note. Yeah. Ooh. That is sherry. That is a serious sherry cask. Yeah, that puts me, but the thing is, the Glendronach 12, for example, and what proof is this? 57, that's really high. This puts me in the direction of a really sherried, maybe Aberlour? No, but it does have that rich, but the thing is, like, Glendronach has that sherried, but with pipe tobacco. And this one has all of the sweetness of the sherry, but without the deep, rich leather and wood notes that I get added to it. Yeah, if you like sherry candied Speyside, you're going to love this. If you want a little more richness and low-end heaviness, this is not going to work for you. Something about the blend that snuck out, I don't know. It's all mid and highs. It's all rich mid-sherry sweetness and bright, slightly citrusy, slightly chemical forward high, but none of the deep low earth, any of the tasting notes that would make you think low, rich earth notes. I can't find any of those. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know I have much to say on this one. These are turning into bite-sized reviews because there's only so many ways to describe a Speyside whiskey before you run out of something new and interesting to say. Keep in mind that Scotch Test Dummies are reviewing this, as are several other people. If you're reviewing it and you then put your name in the comments in the YouTube channel, I will approve people putting links to their own reviews on these videos, because I would love to see other people giving these more of a shake than what I seem to be able to pull from them. I would especially be interested in somebody reviewing these who is not typically a Scotch drinker, because I think they're more likely to find things a Scotch drinker is going to overlook anyway. So put it in there, but definitely go check out the Scotch Test Dummies. They're taking turns reviewing it. And until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal, and may you return until we have time to miss you. Cheers.